Khan. I'm a physician, psychotherapist, and hypnotherapist. Today's talk, as is written there, hypnosis and its uses in day-to-day life. Now, before I start my talk on hypnosis, I'd like to ask some questions. Questions that we always seem to ask, but they don't get an answer that satisfies us. Why is it so difficult to change habits? Simple habits, smoking, watching, and things like that. Why some people have, fear of ridiculous things, irrational fears. Why even after reading so many self-help books, attending so many seminars, and knowing exactly what it needs to change in a positive way, not making change? Now, to get the answer of these questions and many such other questions, let me take you to where these questions belong. Let me take you to where you belong. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of subconscious mind, where there is nothing impossible. There is no difference between reality and imagination. There is nothing right or wrong. Your subconscious mind is enormously powerful. It can make you anything that you want to be. Happy, sad, successful, anything. God has given you the most powerful machinery, to achieve whatever you truly want to achieve. Now, here's the problem. The beginning I said it's so difficult to change little habits, and here I am saying, I have the most powerful machinery that we can use. It looks a little bit unbalanced. Why? Even if we are having most powerful machinery, why is it so difficult to change small habits? That's the first part of our talk. Why, in spite of having such a powerful mind that we all know we have, why is it so difficult to bring little changes in our behavior? This will be the first part. The next part will cover hypnosis. What hypnosis actually is, how we can use hypnosis to change our behavior drastically in a way that we want to change. And then we'll talk about some of the misconceptions, why people are afraid of hypnosis and things on that. Okay? And then if time permits, we'll have any one of you come here and we'll demonstrate how hypnosis really works. So first of all, the mind. You all are aware of what mind is. Mind is kind of funny. We use our mind all our lives, but never give a thought how it works. When we do think about that, we say we think so we exist, and we are aware of that. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have three different levels of mind. Conscious, where we are right now. Subconscious, just below the awareness. And the deeper part, the unconscious. They do different things, and they have hard time communicating and interrelating with each other. First of all, the conscious mind. Conscious mind is a part of the mind that is under our control, whose functions we are aware of. Okay? So conscious mind does four things and no more. First, it analyzes. What that means? That means if you face any problem or any situation, it analyzes on that situation and brings out the best possible solution to solve that problem bothering us at that moment. For example, if you're driving your car and you get flat tire, now you have many options. You can leave that car there, you can take a cab, you will call your mechanic, or you may decide to change the tire yourself. So this decision is held by your analytical part of the conscious mind. It also helps to make hundreds of the decisions that we have to make to go through an analysis. Decisions that we think are automatic. Should I run the fan, put on the fan? Should I run the tap water? Should I tie my shoelace? We think they are automatic, but they are not. We must decide whether or not we want to do those things. This is the world of analytical mind. Okay, to solve the problems that bother us at this moment. The next part of the conscious mind is called rational part. I'll just kind of a brief outline of our mind. So this is called conscious part, what I am talking about. The first analytical and second rational. Rational part of mind is very interesting part of us. It has only one job to do, and its job is to give us a reason why we behave in any particular fashion. Okay? That is all its job is to give us a reason why we behave in any particular fashion. Because if you don't know why we do things that we do, we become anxious, nervous and frustrated. And if it goes on for a long time, it can lead to serious mental disorders. For example, mental hospitals are full of people whose rational part of the mind is broken and they do things they don't know why they do them. But the problem with the reason that rational part of mind gives us is number one, it's never original. Number two, it's almost always wrong. For example, if you ask a smoker, he'll say, I smoke because it calms me and helps me to relax and pause and gather my thoughts, things like that. But before this person became a smoker, he heard people who smoke say that they smoke because it calms them and relaxes them and etc. etc. So it's not original. They heard from somebody else, but it sounds good. We want a reason to do anything. So this sounds good. Fine. Smoking helps me to pause and gather and relax, etc. So it's never original. And the reason we say it's almost always wrong is because we know exactly why people start smoking. Smoking starts in younger years, in the age between 12 to 20. And we started smoking for security. We want to join our group of friends. Security is basic need of every human being. When a child is born in a nice family, he derives all the security from his parents. But in the region between 11 to 12, our parents don't seem as smart as they used to. So the child shuts his ability to derive security from them, and he tries to get this security by joining a group of friends at school or maybe locality. Now some of their friends smoke, some of them don't. Now if for some reason this child is unable to join that group, his subconscious mind, his security level goes down, and our subconscious mind is protective part of us. It protects us from the danger, and not having enough security is definite danger. So when that happens, it frequently says, smokers are accepted, they have friends, and at that time somebody offers us a cigarette, and the moment that child accepts the cigarette, he feels immediately belonging to that group, and his security level goes down. So, gentlemen, you start smoking is one reason, definitely, but the basic reason for security, to join the gang of friends. So, rational mind gives us reason why we behave in any particular fashion, but that reason is always never original and almost always wrong. The third part of the conscious mind is willpower. We all know what willpower is. It's kind of a temporary power which gives us a temporary energy to deal with something untoward. For example, it's like an adrenaline, the physical adrenaline which helps us to fight an emergency situation. Physical adrenaline which gives us temporary strength and power to fight any adverse situation. It's not meant to fight a war. It just means a temporary situation. Okay. So willpower gives us, it's a mental adrenaline which gives us a temporary, you want to stop smoking for a couple of days, you can. But you never hold on for a long time. It's never going to change your behavior. It's very difficult. And we know every year how many resolutions are made and how many are broken. Because it's totally dependent on the willpower. The last part of the conscious mind is temporary memory. This is memory which we require to go through an average way. What's my name, what's my address, my spouse's name, telephone number, everything that we use every day. So that's all. That's all what conscious mind does. Now let's come to the real you and me and everyone else. The subconscious mind. As I told you, subconscious mind is very powerful, awesomely powerful. It can make you anything that you want. It will be easier for you to understand subconscious mind if you know a little bit about working of the computer. Because our subconscious mind behaves same as a computer. For example, if you go to the market, buy a new computer, put it on your desk and start asking it questions, it won't be able to answer. Reason, it does not have any programming, at that point of time. So this computer operates based on the programming that you put in. And if after some time you change the programming of this computer, it must respond to the new information. It cannot deny it. Whatever information you put in, that computer must operate on that. Our subconscious mind follows the same fundamentals. When you are born, your computer is basically empty. Maybe a little programming. And every day we program this computer through our life experiences. Every day we will put in new information. Now, one of the fundamentals of this subconscious computer is that it kind of analyzes and underlines the important events in your programming. And based on that programming, that events, it gives us a kind of personality. It makes us into the kind of person that it perceives us based on the programming that we put in our subconscious computer, and we continue to put throughout our life. So it kind of adds up all the programming that you have given to yourself or received from anywhere, and then decides about you. And that decision is final. That is what you are. If it decides your success, you are. Your failure, you are. Now let's see some of the softwares, if you will, this our subconscious computer operates on. First of all, the memory, permanent memory. When we think about memory or when we think about past events, the things that had happened to us in the past, we assume that we may have forgotten almost, or maybe something retained in our mind which we may or may not be able to recall. But ladies and gentlemen, from the day you are born till this very moment, everything you experience is securely stored in your subconscious mind. And if a reason arises to, we can access those information. And it will be as if you are traveling back in time. For example, in regression hypnosis, you can relive your first birthday, your first day at school. And it won't be just recalling something. It will be as if it's all happening again. You are there and you can see, feel and touch things from there. So, forgetting is not in subconscious mind, it's only conscious. Subconsciously, everything is securely stored. All your experiences are securely stored in your subconscious mind. You can imagine your subconscious mind as a video camera with additional sensors for touch, smell and taste. So whatever you experience is there in your mind. The next part of the subconscious mind, habits. You know what habits are? Habits are three types. Good habits, we all have some. Bad habits, that also we do. But most of our habits are not good or bad, but they are utilitarian habits. Habits are, we respond automatically when something else happens. If your phone rings, you just don't look and wonder what it is. Depending on your mood, you just pick it up and answer. So these are habits. We automatically respond when something else happens. All habit is below your awareness, down there is the subconscious. Please. The next, emotion. Well, we don't want to be without our emotions. Love, happiness, joy, etc. Emotion is total domain of subconscious mind. Our conscious mind does not or cannot work with the emotions. Any situations that require even little bit of emotion, your conscious mind parts like Red Sea, and your childlike but highly intelligent subconscious mind takes over and deals with the emotional situation, and then receives. Okay? It can relate to this sometimes when there is any situation where there is little bit of emotion, and when your analytically conscious mind took over, you found yourself saying, oh jeez, why did I do that? Why did I say that? It was so stupid. It's because this was dealt with your childlike subconscious. The next part of the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, is protective part. Subconscious has responsibility